Hey, what's going on? Welcome back to Paralegal Business Owner. And today we're going to talk about the subject of refunds. Okay. If you are an independent paralegal and an independent legal document preparer, then you need to listen to this video about, the question is, should this business offer refunds? As you know, there's many different types of businesses in the world, um, and there are some businesses who offer no refunds whatsoever. There are some who do offer refunds. Bring back the receipt. Some of y'all go get those outfits and go wear them, and then keep that tag on. I know what it is, okay? But as far as with this niche and with this industry, the question is, should you offer refunds? Okay, and I'm going to answer that question in this video, and this is simple. The answer is no. Okay, no. Most of the time, it's going to be a no. Okay, and sometimes it'll be a yes. All right, so let's get to it. So first of all, just to start this off, when you're running an independent paralegal business servicing attorneys or independent legal document preparation business servicing, everyone, first of all, refunds should not even be a topic discussed that often. All right. Now, any business you run, you're going to have customers that are going to be unsatisfied on some sort of level. Okay. But with this niche and with this industry, first of all, you shouldn't even be going into it unless you're excellent at what you do in the first place. Okay. I always teach excellence and mastering what you decide to do. Okay. Refunds should not come up that often if you're doing what you're supposed to do and you know what you're doing. Okay. Just to paint the picture, I've served thousands of people. Okay. I've had about, I can count the amount of refund requests on both of my hands, maybe even one hand. All right. Out of thousands. All right. So we're talking about a very low rate because I make sure, first of all, when you're offering your service, my service doesn't stop until completion, until they're satisfied, until court acceptance. I would walk them all the way through. That's the type of service I offer. Okay, so I'm gonna always I offer unlimited revisions. I don't want them to go anywhere else when they get with me. Okay, but aside from that, out of the thousands of people I've serviced, but that's just my business. Okay, I don't know. The results are going to vary, but I'm bringing that up to say that you know refunds should not be a heavy topic, right? But you're still in business, and this is just reality of things. So let's talk about it. All right. The reason why I said no to refunds for the most of the times is because when you've done your job, you've done your documents for your customer, and you know everything's right, and you're offering them the chance to change whatever they want to get changed. What's the only reason they would want a refund at that point is probably to finesse, okay? And especially if the documents is done, especially if it's ready for court, okay? At that point, sir, no, okay? You can do it. You can do a chargeback, and I'm going to fight it. Okay, I've had about 4 chargebacks in my whole time I've been in business. I won 2 and I lost 2. This is me personally, not knowing what's going to happen with your business, but I'm just telling you, and I count those in the refund in 2 hands I was saying earlier. Okay, so this is a rare thing for me, but we got to talk about it because business is still business. All right, but no, I'll fight the chargeback after I've done the documents, especially if I know it's right. Okay, no, I will stand on that. Okay, on the business website it says no refunds whatsoever, even though I'm gonna get to the exceptions to the rule next. Okay, it's just in this type of business is a sense it's very direct, and I really just don't have time for games. Okay, and so for the most part, no, you're not going to get a refund, especially if I know I did my job right. If they feel like it's that needs to be changed, they can do a chargeback, and then we can dispute it. Okay, but once again, there are times. Now let's get to the times where you might have to give a refund, or it is okay to do a refund. Okay, and this is just my perspective. There's no right or wrong for this. Okay, as long as you make it clear to the customer, you know what the terms are before they purchase as far as refunds, then everybody's policy is different. I'm just giving you my take on this. All right, there are times where you are going to have to give a refund. All right. So me personally, I've given 2 refunds, or maybe 3, where I've had to, where I did not dispute it, or it was just, hey, you know what, here, take your money back. I don't even want to deal with it. And those times where I did honor the refund request, I just didn't feel like dealing with them. Okay, so that's one reason right there. If a person's nagging you, going back and forth, and they're just not, and they're just, just a hassle to deal with. Hey, man, take your money back. Man, get out of my face. Okay, that's one time where you're just gonna have, that's just a couple of times. They're just some people who are just never satisfied. They think they know more, and I'm like, okay, yes, you do know more. Please go get a lawyer, sir. Please go hire an attorney. I will gladly tell people to go get an attorney. All right, I'm a legal document preparer, or sir, I'm a paralegal. You're an attorney. Go ask your colleagues. Okay, I would gladly point people in the direction where they feel comfortable. I'm not here to take nobody's money. I'm not here to force business on. I want to work with people who want to work with me. Okay, so that's the first reason to give a refund. If they're just a haggle, just hey, refund it. Second, um, is refund is if you took on a task that you're not sure, you might have prematurely taken it. You don't know if you can handle it. If you that can happen. All right, you thought you knew how to prepare a document, and it's a little confusing. You just say, "Hey, I'm sorry. Here's your money back." Um, there you go. Give them the refund. All right. Another time for the refund is if you make a mistake, you make an error, a serious error. I mean, most errors can be corrected easily, but you know, if you feel like it's to the point where you really messed up, then go ahead and give them their money back. All right. Those are the really times I can really see, doing the refund, uh, you know, when it benefits both the people. But just somebody just saying they want a refund after you've completed the work and done all of the other stuff, no, I'm not doing that. So all in all, the refund policy is going to be up to you, but you need to make it clear, make it known to the customer before they purchase. Here, this is the policy, this is the terms, you know, because you're putting your time and energy into this, okay? And but once again, this should be a small deal. This should not be a huge part of your business. But we're just talking about it just in case, and I hope I made it clear. So should paralegals and legal document preparers offer refunds? For the most part, in my opinion, it's a hard no, except for rare circumstances, and because you work hard for this. But once again, you're not here to take anybody's money either. If you're not completing the service all the way 100%, you need to give the money back or not be in business at all. All right, you're going into business to complete work, okay? All right, and so this is for people who are going 100%, completing the work, satisfying customers. That's my take on this. And if you want to learn more about starting your own independent paralegal business or legal document preparation business, visit paralegalbusinessowner.com. I do appreciate you guys. Again, it is Neil, and I will see you guys on the next one. Peace.